with Aaron Wolf himself. Aaron, this is a fantastic night. This is the night you get to show this amazing documentary that I was told by your producing partner took 4 years to get done. So tell me, I mean, you came with such a great story. When did the inspiration start for you to decide you want to do this?
You know, what's interesting about this documentary is it started as not a documentary. It didn't start as something where we were going to make a feature film. It started with rabbi leaders saying to me, Aaron, can you and your crew document what's going on and cover the construction that's happening and the restoration that's happening at the temple? And I said, sure, yeah, I'll document it. Why not? But I had no idea what I was getting into for myself. Because as I started going and documenting it and interviewing people, all of a sudden it took on a life of its own. And 4 years later, I interviewed something like 50 people. We shot over 100 hours of footage, and it became this real self-realization of how important this place, Wilshire Boulevard Temple, is to me. And we ended up with a film about it. But we didn't start by saying we're going to make a documentary about the temple. We started with, all right, we're going to chronicle it and help Rabbi Leader out a bit and do some of the dirty work. And then I started to learn, and I'd learn more, and I'd learn more, and there were more details and stories, and it started to come to life. And I thought, this is a story that needs to get out there. And I'm changing because of it. And I think other people will change because of it. It changed my perspective, and we ended up with today, where we're now premiering this film that 4 years ago was just what I thought was going to be filming some people digging in the dirt.
But you have a very personal connection to this building, so tell us what that personal connection is.
Yeah, I grew up going to Wilshire Boulevard Temple. My grandfather was a rabbi there for 50 years, so I grew up going to Wilshire Boulevard Temple as a child, and I was most connected because it was my grandfather's place. He was the rabbi there, so I was the rabbi's grandson. It wasn't super important. I didn't realize its importance. It wasn't until these last 4 years that I realized, wow, if places like this go away, people like me will never have them to go back to again. So I won't be able to show my grandson about the place that meant so much to my family. But I did grow up there. I grew up going there. I went to Hebrew school there. We went to high holidays there. I was your basic Jewish kid who went to temple sometimes, and my grandfather was the rabbi. But my personal connection was...
You said something really interesting, how much it resonated with you. Now, doing this film, what did you learn about yourself that you didn't know before?
During the making of this film, I learned more and more as the process went on how much I feel obliged. I feel it is my duty to carry on my family's traditions and forget about the religious aspect. Anyone, any religion, race, or culture, if it's your own YMCA, if it's your baseball club, it doesn't matter where it is. If it's your place that matters to you, it is so important to carry on the tradition and to keep that place alive. And in this case, Wilshire Boulevard Temple almost got turned into a swap meet or a Korean church, and it was on the cusp. And then it's gone, and then these places are gone. They're no more. So I learned how important it is to keep places like this alive.
How important is the past now? When you look back at the past, how is it that going to drive your future?
It drives my future in many ways. I have another film that I'm not going to say now that I want to make that's on a different subject, but a subject that matters very much to me. And we have a thriller that's coming out that I'm really excited about called Tar. That's a thriller about the La Brea tar pits and a creature that lives underneath that's awoken by the LA subway. Yeah.
That is so my genre. I love it.
And that's stuff I want to make more of it, and I'm excited about that film. But this showed me how important it is that my love of filmmaking, and it's what I do, I want to also tackle topics that maybe won't be seen by as many people, but the people who see it, it could change their perspective on something.
It's like leaving your legacy a film behind.
Yeah, both the fun films, and I think this is a fun film, but it does say something, and I hope gives a good message, a positive message about family, about culture, about community, and about what one community did to keep the community alive.
And Actually, that kind of follows my next question, which probably you just answered it. But what do you want audiences to come away with when they see Restoring Tomorrow?
I look at film in a kind of simple way. I made the film with the people that were wonderful to collaborate with, that I made it with. Once it's done, it isn't for me to tell anyone what to think. They are going to come away and think whatever they think. And for me to even start to try to put something into people's minds about what they're supposed to think about the film that we're lucky enough to have them watching is arrogant of me, and I will never ever ask that upon anyone. I say let them watch it, and whatever they think is up to them. If they love it, hate it, if they're changed by it, if they think that I'm a moron for making it, whatever they think, it's their choice. I just decided to make this film, and let me know what you think.
How do we find you on social media? Give us your footprint.
Oh, so yeah, I'm The Aaron Wolf on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The Aaron Wolf, AARONWOLF. And then we are, as a company, my company is Howling Wolf Productions, and we are Howling Wolf Prod, HOWLING, Wolf, WOLF, PROD, like Productions. That's our handle for everything, and yeah, I'm just amazed that we're here. We're at this place, the Skirball Center, which is ironically, my grandfather was good friends with the name Skirball. Jack Skirball was a good friend of his, and Audrey Skirball was a good friend of my grandma's. So it's amazing that we're at this venue, and we're able to be here in our country that's full of freedom. And my grandfather in 1935 had to leave Germany at a time when he didn't have freedom. So I just think it's an honor to be able to be here and be able to have an event like this where we can experience a world of freedom, where we get to watch film and enjoy film and snack and nosh and smile and talk.
Well, thank you so much. You've come full circle, and we can't wait to see the film Restoring Tomorrow. Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank you.